I hope that you are well, and I also hope that you had an amazing day so far. All right, so we are going to start with our lesson, right? And it is a grade kindergarten to two English lesson on conjunctions, right? So it is a kindergarten to grade two English lesson on conjunctions. So before we start, we are going to the A plus students.ca page. Then we're going to log in with our username as well as our password. All right, and then we're going to select the subject of language arts. So as much as it's kindergarten to grade two, let us go into grade one so long. All right, so once we've gone into the grade one, we're going to scroll down up until we get to conjunctions. All right, so the chapter that we are focusing on today is conjunctions, and the lesson for today is use conjunctions, right? So we will be able to use conjunctions, right? But first, we need to know what a conjunction is. So we're going to go into use conjunctions. All right, so we need to use conjunctions. Conjunctions are words like and, but, or, and so. And they are used to put words and sentences together. So, conjunctions, it is words like and, but, or, and so, and it is used to put words and sentences together. So, when we use and, right, it will basically show that things are together, it goes together. It is um, Jack and Jill, right? So and is in there, right? So Jack and Jill, right? It's things that goes together. For example, Greg and Kate are playing a game, right? So which means that they are playing a game together. And then also we went to the zoo and we saw some lions, right? So that is also basically like two either phrases or sentences coming together, and we then use the conjunction to join that to sentences or phrases, like we can say, right? So that is and, right? So and it's used to show that things go together. We use but. So but, we use but to show that things are different or things are opposite, right? I want to read, but my sister wants to play, right? Meaning that she don't want to read, right? She wants to play. So I want to read, but my sister wants to play with me, right? And clearly it shows that he or she does not want to play. But we use but to show that things are different or things are opposite. We use or to show a choice. It is either or, it is this or that, right? So we use or to show a choice, right? So I have a choice. It's either between hamburgers or hot dog rolls, right? It's either between chocolate or sweets. So we use or to show a choice, right? It means that you have choice. It is this or it is that. If we look at the two examples, oops. If we look at the two examples, do you want to go to the zoo or park, right? Which means that this person is given a choice, right? It's either going to the zoo or going to the park. Aaron can ride his bike to school or he can walk. So Aaron can ride his bike to school or he can walk, which means that he has a choice of either riding his bicycle or he has the choice of walking, right? So that is the conjunction or, right? So or, it shows a choice that you have. We use so to show that something happens because of something, right? So we use to show that something happens because of something else. Today is my birthday, so my mom baked a cake. So today is my birthday, so my mom baked a cake, right? Which means that something is happening or something is about to happen, right? Because we use so to show that something happens because of something else. So mom is baking a cake. Why? Because today is my birthday, right? So mom bakes a cake. All right, so now let's look at the sentence, right? It says complete the sentence with a possible or base conjunction. Did you walk alone? With a friend, right? Yeah, it says the base conjunction is or because they're asking, did you walk alone or did you walk with a friend, right? So the base conjunction is or, and it is connecting two things to show a choice, right? It connects two things to show a choice, which is did you walk alone or did you walk with a friend, right? Which means that he or she could have chosen to either walk alone or to walk with a friend. All right, we are completing the sentence with a base conjunction. Did Pam eat alone? Gabby. So did Pam eat alone or with Gabby? So the base conjunction is or, right? And here it connects two things to show a choice. For example, did Pam eat alone or with Gabby? Right? It connects two things to show the choice. The dog, the cat sleep side by side. So, which means that if we were to choose a best possible conjunction, so the dog and the cat sleep side by side, or the dog but the cat sleeps side by side, the dog or the cat sleeps side by side, or the dog so sleeps side by side. So, we're going to go with the dog and the cat. So, we're going with and, and we're going with and. So, the dog and the cat sleeps side by side. So we are going with the word and. and we said and, it shows that things go together, right? So and, it shows that things, they go together. This and that, right? Things are going together. All right. We're going to the next one. Is your teacher Mr. Ellen, Mr. Logan? We need to choose the best possible conjunction, which is either and, but, or, and so, right? To fill in that, or basically to complete the sentence. Is your teacher Mr. Ellen, or, right? So we can say Mr. Ellen or Mr. Logan, right? Which means that we basically just chose the correct conjunction to complete the sentence with the best possible conjunction. So it shows basically it's either this or that. It is choice. So is your teacher Mr. Allen or Mr. Logan? So or. So Tina, Colin play side by side. So Tina, Colin play side by side, right? So if they're playing side by side, then it means that we are going to say Tina and Colin play side by side. And so Tina and Colin, they play side by side. And the word and, it is used to put words and sentences together. So for example, Tina and Colin, right? For example, Greg and Kate. So and is our best possible conjunction to add to that specific sentence. Chad play in the same park, right? So once again, if we have something like this, then we can say it is and. So Chad and Alex. So Chad and Alex play in the same park, right? So Chad and Alex, they play in the same park. And the conjunction and over here, it is used to put words or the sentences together, right? And remember, a conjunction is also it joins, right? It either joins words or it joins sentences or it joins phrases, right? So Chad and Alex, they play in the same park. And once again, before we continue, we see the conjunction, right? We use words like and, but, or, and so. It is used to put words or sentences together, right? So that is a conjunction. It is used to put words and sentences together. And the words that we have is and, but, or so, right? So and, but, or so. And that is conjunctions. And it is conjunctions that either joins words or phrases or sentences that they put together, right? So they put words and sentences together. And once again, if we use and, right? We use and to show that things go together, right? So and is used to show that things go together. For example, also Greg, you can use like maybe we have like Greg and Kate, Chad and Alex, Mia and Leah, right? So now it is bringing that two words or putting the two words together, yeah. And whenever we use the word and, it is to show that things go together, right? So and is shown that things go together, right? So that is the word or the conjunction and. Then we have but, right? Then we have but. And we use but to show that things are different or things are opposite. So it's, for example, and I want to read, but my sister wants to play, right? It is different, it is opposite, right? Him wanting to read and the sister wanting to play. And then we have or, which shows the choice. It's either this or that, and it shows a choice. And then we have so, and so is used to show that something happens because of something. Cake. Why? Because it is my birthday today, right? So mom baked the cake because it was a birthday. All right. So before we go to the sentence, let's go to our different activities, right? So firstly, like what is a conjunction? It is words that connects the two other words, phrases together like and or so or but. And here are but a few pictures of conjunctions. Conjunctions, we call them joiners because they put or connect two, let's say, either words or phrases, right? And here we have a plate and it says it is fish and chips, right? So, and it basically connects or it joins the fish and the chips on this on the specific plate. So fish and chips, which means that the two nouns are then joined together, right? Fish and chips. Another example is naughty but nice, right? So as much as you are being naughty, right, he is also a cutie pie, meaning he is nice, right? So naughty but nice. Take it or leave it, right? So you have a choice to either take something or to leave something, right? So that is basically choices that you have, right? And now if we look at this next picture, it says conjunctions. The conjunction but, right? It is used but to join two ideas and you make it into one sentence, right? So we join the two ideas and then we make it into one sentence. For example, the stick is thin, but it is strong. So the stick is thin, but it is strong. For example, and. We use and when two similar statements or words are joined and made into one sentence. So we use and when two similar statements are and words are joined and it is made into one sentence, right? For example, and Miak, Varun and Miak are best friends. So Maroon and Miak are best friends. That is basically the conjunction and, right? It is joining. It is the words that they joined or they use that specific word, which is and, to join the conjunction or. And the conjunction or, we said it is used to show choice, right? Or it is shown as an option. So the conjunction or is used to show that only one option is possible out of the other given within the sentence, right? So which means that you can either choose between coffee or tea, right? So you can either have coffee or you can have tea, right? Which means that it is used to show that only one option is possible out of the other given within the sentence. So you can either choose coffee or you can choose tea. All right. Okay, so now we're going to do an activity. Before we come to the activity on or, right? Let's do this one. It says conjunctions. Complete the sentences. So we're going to complete the sentence with the correct conjunction. And the correct conjunction of and, or because, right? So here we have another one, which is because, right? So we are going to write the correct word within the where the line is, right, where the missing space is, in order to show the complete sentence. For example, they walked, and then we can say, and played in the park. So they were walking and they were playing in the park. So they walked and played in the park, right? Shows things that they did, right? They were walking and they were playing in the park. We can't play soccer. We can't play soccer. And why can't we play soccer? Because it is raining, right? So we can't play soccer because it is raining. Would you like apples or bananas? A choice. Apples or bananas, right? All right, let's go. So that is basically one activity also on conjunctions. And there we also added another word, which is because, right? So we have and, or, because, so, and but. All right. If we back at the tutorial page and we go next, right? We are going to once again fill in the possible or the base conjunction within the sentence. Skip, Ace are my two pet rats, right? If they are the pet rats, then we're going to say it is Skip and Ace. So Skip and Ace are my two pet rats, right? So and it let things go together, which is Skip and Ace, right? They go together and they are my two pet rats, Skip and Ace. Pam. So Pam, we can say yeah, Pam and Stan, they play side side, right? And the word and is filled within that space to show that things go together. All right, there's a last one. My sister go to the same school. So my sister, we can say my sister and I go to the same school. So my sister and I go to the same school, right? So we basically filled in the conjunctions, which is either and, but, or so, and is to put words and sentences and phrases together, right? And so far we've been using the word and or the conjunction and is used to show that things go together. So use and to show that things go together. All right, let's do another activity before we go back to, before we do a test. All right, so we're going to use the conjunction or, right? It says conjunctions are hold together words, right? They are like glue. So conjunctions are like glue and they hold these words together. The word or, right, is a conjunction, and we say that it is used to show a choice. It's either this or it is that, right? It's either chocolates or sweets, right? So it is a word, right, that is used to show a choice between two things. And if we look at the pictures there, right on top, boat and plane, right, which means that you either have a choice to maybe go on a cruise ship or to take an airplane and you go to a different province, state, or country. There we have boat or plane. The phrases means a choice of one thing. So you either have a choice to take the boat or you have a choice to take the airplane. All right, now we're going to look at the activity. There are pairs of words below. Write them as a phrase, gluing them together with or. Right? So, which means that we need to write down the words that we are about to join with the correct conjunction form, which is or. So, once again, there are pairs of words below. We need to write them as a phrase, gluing them together with or. All right, so if we look at the first word hamburger or hot dog. So we can say hamburger or hot dog. So hamburger or hot dog. Here we have it. It's either you have a ball or you have the bat. So it's bat or ball or black. Bat, sorry. So we have bat or ball. King or queen. So it is king or queen. So you have the king, and after every king, there is a beautiful queen. Rabbit or goat. So rabbit or goat, right? So you are basically making a choice between these words. And then flowers or trees, right? And these are words, right, that is now joined together or they are glued together like the picture states, right? With the word or, right? And or, the word or within a conjunction, it shows choice. It's either this or it is that, right? And that is what um the meaning of the conjunction or is. So or, it's either you choose this thing or you're having that. It's either you're going to the fun park with your birthday for friends or we are having a big birthday celebration. It's either we go to the park or we go to the beach, right? So these are all options that are given. You can either go to McDonald's or you can go to Burger King. And as you can hear, that is where the word also or comes in, right? Because it is a choice that you are making, right? You are deciding either to do this or you are deciding to do something else, right? So that is or, right? And it is a word within the conjunction that shows choice between two things. So you either choosing between soccer or cricket, right? You are choosing between an apple and a banana. You are choosing either between going to the park or going to the beach, right? So conjunction or, it is showing options, right? It is an option. It is a choice that you have. All right, so now we're going to our next activity. All right, so here we have an activity on conjunction. And it says that you need to choose the correct conjunction for each sentence that is found in the word box. It is so, but, and, or, because, and for, right? So we need to choose one of those words and we need to add it or put it in its correct place with the sentences. So it is so, but, and, or, because, and for. So we need to choose the correct conjunction for each sentence from the box. All right, so if we look at the first one says, I know the neighbors. I don't know about their relatives. Right? If we were to choose the correct conjunction within that sentence, then we can say it is but. So it is but, because as much as you know your neighbor, you still don't know about their relatives. So I know the neighbor, but I don't know about their relatives. Nina are sisters, which means that we are going to put the word and, because Nina and Mina are sisters, right? So and is there as a conjunction, right? Ellen is very weak. So Ellen is very weak. He didn't eat healthy. So Ellen is very weak. He didn't eat healthy. All right, so which means that if we look at the possible conjunction within the sentence, right, then we can maybe say that Ellen is very weak because he didn't eat healthy. So Ellen is very weak because he didn't eat healthy. He will select basketball and football for his sports classes. So this is or. So he will select basketball. Oopsie. He will select basketball or football for his sports class, or we can say and. He will select basketball and football for his sports class, or we can say he will select basketball or football for his sports class, right? So in this case, you can either add both of the words, for example, either he will select basketball and football for his sports class, or we can say he will select basketball or football for his sports class, right? So it is either or we can say and, right? So or and. It was raining, right? So it was raining. I shut the windows. So since it was raining, so I shut the windows. It was raining, so I shut the windows. And they wait for the train about an hour. So they wait for the train for about an hour, meaning that they have been waiting for the train for about an hour, right? So they wait for a train for about an hour. And these are conjunctions. And as much as we said the basic conjunctions is and, but, or so, right? We also have words that are so, but, and, or, because, and for, right? And these are words that joins either other words, it joins phrases, or it joins sentences, right? So these are the words either joins words, joins phrases, or it even joins sentences, right? It joins them together. And we say that or it shows options, it shows choice, right? So it's either I want this or I want that, right? And also with conjunctions, right? We say that it is as if it is glued to, right? So the phrases are then being glued together by the possible conjunction, right, within the sentence. All right, we are going back to the tutorial. Let's go next. And now we are going to use the conjunctions once again. We need to select or complete the sentence with the best conjunction. The dog, the cat sleeps side by side. So the dog, the cat sleep side by side. We need to choose either the dog and the dog but the cat, or the dog so the cat. So in this case, it is the dog and the cat sleep side by side. So this is and. So the dog and the cat, they sleep side by side. So here it says the best conjunction is and, right? And it connects the two things that goes to the dog and the cat that sleeps side by side. So did Mary eat alone with Kate? So we need to either choose between and, but, or, and so. So did Mary eat alone? And we can say or with Kate, meaning that Mary either had a choice of eating alone her lunch, eating her lunch with Kate, right? Remember we said or, it shows a choice. It's either this or it is that. So or shows options, it shows choices, right? You choose. Did Pam eat alone with Gabby? So did Pam eat alone? And we can then fill in the correct word by saying or with Gabby. Or. So did Pam eat alone or did she eat with Gabby? Meaning that Pam had an option of either eating alone or she had an option of eating with Gabby, right? So or, like we said, it shows a choice, right? It shows a choice that is either between eating alone or eating with Gabby. All right, let us go to our test. Complete the sentence with the best conjunction. Spot, Rex are my two pet rats. We need to choose between or Spot or Rex, Spot and Rex, Spot so Rex, or Spot but Rex. We need to complete the sentence with the best possible conjunction. So Spot or and so but Rex are my two pet rats. So which means that we are going to choose Spot and Rex are my two pet rats. So it is Spot and Rex. They belong to me. Pet rats. Did Mary with Kate and with Kate, but with Kate, so with Kate? we need to choose the best conjunction to fill in the sentence. So did Mary eat alone? And we get or with Kate, right? So or with Kate. Tina, Colin play side by side. So is it Tina or Colin play side by side? Tina and Colin play side by side. Tina but Colin play side by side. Or Tina so Colin play side by side. We need to complete the sentence with the base conjunction. All right, so we can say Tina and Colin, they play side by side, right? So they are basically playing together. They are playing side by side, which means it is Tina as well as. So when we say as well as, it is basically saying Colin. The dog or the cat sleep side by side. The dog and the cat sleep side by side. The dog so the cat sleep side by side. Or the dog but the cat sleep side by side. We need to choose the possible or base conjunction within that sentence. Either choosing or, and, so, but. All right, so we're going to choose and, right? Because and it says the dog and the cat, they sleep side by side. So, and it is correct. And it shows that the dog as well as the cat are sleeping side by side. We need to complete the sentence with the base conjunction. Pam and I have the same dress, or Pam or I have the same dress. Pam, so I have the same dress. Pam, but I have the same dress. We need to choose the best possible answer or conjunction to fill in the sentence. All right, so we're going to say Pam and I. So Pam and I have the same, for example, pink, red, black dresses on. Did you walk alone? Or, or, we're gonna choose or with a friend. My sister or I go to the same school. My sister, so I go to the same school. My sister, but I go to the same school. Or my sister and I go to the same school. We need to choose the correct conjunction or the base conjunction that basically fills or that we need to add within the sentence. All right, so if we choose, right, then we can say my sister and I, right? So my sister and I, we go to the same. All right. So that is basically the use of conjunctions, right? And that is within the subject of, or let's say the chapter of conjunctions. All right. So that is basically the end of our lesson, or let's say our kindergarten to grade 2 lesson using conjunctions, or specifically conjunctions. And remember we said that a conjunction, it is words like and, but, or, and so, and it is used to put words or sentences together, right? We have and, but, or so. And of course, these are just basically the common ones that we constantly. There is, of course, more, but it is used to put words and sentences together. All right, so that is the end of our lesson. I really hope that the lesson was informative and you should have an amazing evening further. Goodbye.